Can you imagine yourself planting a church in Asia? How about one that opens the very first service with 400 people?
Join our team in Manila as we launch this new church. Keep watching to see what God does in the lives of ordinary men and women.
We'll take you there. Getting ready to plant a church, an apostolic church plant in Manila, it's going to take a lot of workers.
Yeah.
And a lot of training, a lot of preparation, a lot of get ready. But it's just such a sense of excitement over this church plant that'll probably happen in the fall.
In prayers, we've been preparing this for 2 years?
3 years.
3 years. For 3 years, we've been praying for this church planting.
So far, so good.
73.
Also, big challenges.
That's right.
There are some also problems that come, but God is so gracious that He just really move in our midst.
Hey, they're blue.
Because they're American.
You guys are doing a great job. Everything is just working out perfectly.
We are very, very excited just to be a part of this. We know that this is going to be a big church plant. We can feel it in our hearts.
I'm expecting miracles in my own heart, and I'm expecting to see miracles in the lives of people in Manila. I've never been to the Philippines before, but I've read some stuff about the place and about how it's a very religious place, but people don't have a relationship with Jesus.
The Philippines has a population of 70 million people. We're in Manila, capital city. Over 10 million people live here.
The Philippines is the only nation in Asia that's recognized as a Christian nation. There's evidence of religion everywhere, but few people are actually born again.
There's a tremendous need for bold local churches that will reach, teach, and mobilize the new believers. We have a group of 9 churches that are located in and around the capital city that are working together to plant more churches.
People in the cities, they want a church that can lead them into fulfilling God's purpose on their lives, don't they?
Yeah, and that's
Yep.
exactly what we're looking to do.
That's it, yeah. There's something that they can get involved in. Somebody that they can connect to that'll train them to be the leader that it's in their heart already to be. And so that's going to be great as well, the great source of leaders. And I can see, with that first church plant that we're looking at that right now, and that's pretty overwhelming, but it's not going to be long, and there'll be more steps and other church plants, and even in Manila and other cities and so on. Philippines is a big place.
Yeah, 80 million people in the Philippines.
80 million people.
80 million
And how many islands?
7,000 islands.
7,000.
Yeah.
It's absolutely amazing.
"I claim this land for Spain" are the famous words uttered by Magellan in 1521. Representing both the Spanish crown and the Catholic Church, he and his crew stumbled upon a 300,000 square mile archipelago of 7,000 islands, later introduced to Europe as the Philippines. Until then, the islands were made up of humble, animistic tribes which focused solely on the immediate blood clan and had no real national community, no cities, and no unifying language. The Catholic rulers, in effect, created the modern Philippine society by introducing towns, cities, church, government, and education. In less than a century, not only had this new land been successfully colonized with little bloodshed, but most of the natives had by this time also become baptized Catholics. Eventually, though, the distance between Spain and the Philippines proved too great and led to inefficient rule and the decision of Spain to cede the Philippines over to America. The American Protestants saw the unexpected possession of the Philippines as a providential opening for missions. Unfortunately, this was around the same time as the Philippine-American War, and people were not as willing to embrace the Protestantism of this foreign ruler as they had been with Catholicism. Many different cults and sects have sprung up since then and have found willing souls to embrace them. The Mormons, the Jehovah's Witnesses, the Black Knights, and Iglesia Ni Cristo are just a few, but none of these have had the staggering success the Catholics saw in the beginning. Today, the population of the Philippines is 77 million, 10 million of which reside in Manila. 90% consider themselves to be Christians, and 85% of these are Roman Catholics.
We're down that street over there, and there's just so much poverty over there. There's garbage everywhere, and there's just little stalls, people selling stuff to try and make a living and stuff. It was heartbreaking, there's sewage just running right down the sidewalk, and it stinks, but the people are just precious. They're so happy, they're so funny, and it's really a joy to meet them and to be here, and it's just such a sad place that they have to live in,
Like most third world countries, 70% of the people depend on agriculture to survive. Sugar, tobacco, bananas, and pineapples are the principal exports. Tourism is also considered a major component of the economy. There is some industry, and it has been growing in recent years, but widespread corruption, inefficiency, ruthless foreign interests, and the Asian financial crisis has meant that the economy has, at best, barely survived.
Philippines is a very, very poor country. It's a lot poorer than Thailand, and there's a lot of need here, and there's religion. But as we have seen, people aren't the happiest people. I thought people in the Philippines would be happier, but they're actually quite grumpy. And we see them in the morning, and they need the joy of the Lord. So we're having a great time, just blessing people and trying to help out Pastor Rich.
What is the future for the Philippines? The door is wide open for evangelism. The heart of this nation is searching for an answer. Whom shall I send, and who will go for us?
When we formed this apostolic relationship,
Nung binuo natin itong relasyon ito,
it began in 1999.
ito ay nag-umpisa sa 1999.
And over several years, we formed an apostolic relationship, Pastor Rich and
At
myself.
sa loob ng ilang taon ay nagbuo kami ng isang apostolic na relasyon sa isa't isa.
And God showed many of you through signs and wonders what He was building in the
At
Philippines.
ipinakita sa inyo ng Panginoon sa dakilang mga kilos kung ano ang gagawin niya dito sa Pilipinas.
That He was building an apostolic family.
At siya ay nagbubuo ng isang apostolic na pamilya.
And we've all opened our hearts to that and said, yes, God, do that.
At lahat tayo binuksan natin ating mga puso.